Folks, look what's back. It is the beloved bucket truck we did a video on about a year ago where we fixed it up, painted it, gave it a tune-up, some new tires, a new drive shaft, because the old one, you know, fell apart and ripped the ass into the transmission off. We had to fix that too. It's a 1992, same year as me, so that's about all we have in common. It's also full of lightsabers, 8 foot long. If anybody needs, you know, some light bulbs, let me know. And the complaint with this truck is, of course, it has to be sitting there idling the whole time you're using it. And what happens is it will get too hot and then quit running, which when you're 20 feet in the air is not a good time.
These can be avoided if you always think safety first. Use procedures required or recommended by ANSI, OSHA.
Just a pain in the butt. So, even though I said I was getting out of customer work, I've got a light bill to pay. So, the guy that owns it bought a new radiator from, well, I guess, Cooling and Radiator Specialists. They're passionate with performance tuning parts. So that's, you know, good. Leroy, is it too hot out here? So let's oh, no trampling. It looks like someone's had their way with it. We better open this up, look at it, make sure, you know, the hoses are on the right side. I don't know, I didn't order it. Oh, it's pretty. Dang. She's got the cooling fans on her already, which is neat. Comes with a snack, a temp sensing unit, and some wire. God, what did we get into here? Now, the first thing I'm noticing right off the bat is it's got these ports for coolers. Those are way too big a size. These are, I don't know about this. Don't tell me the cheapest option is not going to work right out the gate. Okay, so it looks like the water inlets are right, I guess, but it's these cooler lines that are making me a bit nervous because they're the newer style. But that ain't what we got currently. So let's set this to the side. I would just like it to be known that I'm already over this. But see, now here's some odd things. It's got the transmission cooler hooked up here, but then it's got another transmission cooler or some type of cooler. Also, I just noticed there's a dead bird. Pretty bird. Okay, so there's dead birds in there. The radiator appears pretty plugged. So that's probably some of the problems. But this other cooler, as you can see, the lines are cut. Focus. Well, just take my word. Oh yeah, there's already a tick climbing on it.
Ew.
Lovely. Yeah. Come to Illinois, folks. It's beautiful.
Do you think you're gonna have to get a whole different one then?
Are
Are you gonna be able to make it work?
We're gonna see real fast before we get too drastic, because he needs this truck by Friday and it's Wednesday. I know I should have messed around and been doing this Thursday night like usual, but okay. So these adapters that came in the new transmission cooler came right out. They are O-ring style, which I don't think is going to work. I mean, just eyeballing them, the threads might be the same, but these are O-ring and these are different. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and drain this sucker, pull this out, and keep going, because this truck will not work in its current configuration. I do know that. Of course, the drain is directly above the frame. Get the bucket. Because whether or not we save this coolant and reuse it in this truck, we're definitely going to reuse it in one of my trucks. There we go. So now, in 3 to 5 business days, this should be empty enough to fully remove fully. So that's all pinched up. It's odd. This is the joys of working on 30-plus-year-old vehicles that have been a bucket truck, a propane delivery truck, like 8 other things in its life people have messed with. Nothing is the way it should be, which is fun. At least it's not, you know, hot out today. That's really easy to get to. Good. Hang on, I gotta find some bug spray for these eyes.
Are you dying? Oh no.
Don't do me like that.
It's better and better.
Customer work, man. I love it. Actually, I am having fun. It was a series of questionable decisions in my life that were made that got me to this point, and I don't regret any of them because, you know, we're having fun. There we go. There, it did it. Which I don't, does the new one have, wait, well, never mind. We don't need this fan shroud because, duh, that one's got one on it. I'm a goddamn genius. 1,000,000 days later. Listen, people talk a lot about how this artificial intelligence is going to take over the world, but I will give you viewers of Nasty Customs this guarantee. There is no intelligence, artificial or otherwise, involved in any of these productions. It's going to be a mess.
Oh my.
See, the problem I'm going to run into is he's wanting an auxiliary temp gauge hooked up as well. Now, there's 2 temp gauge sending units already in the block. I know at least one of which the computer needs to see to even run right. So it's gonna be tough finding 2 ports because I gotta have run that into water somewheres, as well as try to hook up a temp gauge. Don't show Greta. We will put this here. Hopefully Bub will just, don't drink this, okay? We're good, we're safe. It's a toss-up. You've either got it's wet or it's bird poop. So we're gonna go bird poop. So dang.
What?
Look at the bushings for the track bar and how there are none.
Here, do that again. I got the camera.
That's a bit of an issue, but it's not here for that. Oh God. Okay, so that fits right out the bottom, kind of. Okay, that's gone. We're good. We're golden.
Oh no.
And everything's disconnected, so now it should just be boom, boom. Like I said, the guy that bought the radiator assured me it said direct replacement fit. So there's no way this is not going to just bolt directly in. Remember, that's there later. Ah! This thing weighs a lot. Okay, so there, if you'll come give a close-up on this, she looks like she had a bit of a leak. Also, it's kind of packed up with dirt. So that right there is going to be a lot of cooling issues. So what do you think? Since this isn't even hooked to anything, should we just take it out and get rid of it? Be more airflow on the new radiator?
Yeah, why not?
I like your style.
I know nothing about cars, so.
I know. That's the best. Because I don't either. Come on. I'm fighting the urge to just cut you. Watch your eyeballs. All right, so this wasn't hooked up to anything anyway. And as you can see, it's had a rough life. Get the prophylactic sack removed. This is not a direct bolt-in replacement. It's much smaller. It's not even sitting on the things. Uh-oh. Yeah. Where's the top holdy downers? Like, do these even, those don't even grab.
Oh no.
Okay, folks, so I just notified the owner of this beautiful rig. I told him to stop by because we need to discuss what he wants to do here, because this thing does not sit up high. It's also not as wide, which honestly, I think you clean the bird out of this one, might be able to put it back in and it work okay. Don't pay any mind to the leak, you know. Yeah, this is not, in fact, a bolt-in replacement as the internet would have you believe. They lie. Welcome back, sir.
He's not even gonna know I'm filming.
Okay, see how much lower that sits? Like, here's how it's supposed to mount. But now here's another thing I saw. It had an auxiliary transmission cooler out in front of everything that wasn't hooked to anything. Okay. Also, it had a dead bird. And as you can see, it's pretty clogged. I just wanted you to see, you know, before I really start doing some questionable shit, cutting pieces of wood and tire. And... Okay, so the verdict is he's going to take it to a radiator shop, the old one, and have it fixed up, and then to be continued. That's the sound of the auxiliary shop going up. Dang, yeah, there's what we had. Radiator shop says it's garbage. Now we got this big old. I like that, it right next to the old one, so it's
the exact same. It should be.
got a new radiator in, shrouds on, new hoses. This thing's getting the full treatment. It ain't leaking. All right, folks, some time has passed. There's no leaks. Now we've got 2 more jobs to do before we can call this one done and write the bill. And that is take this water temp gauge, because the owner wants to know exactly what the temperature is. Drain the antifreeze back out, and then we are going to pop that AutoZone special gauge in. Hopefully I can find a hole through the firewall. So let's get this drained down, get the bucket. What's up? More business rolling in. You ever done a drive belt on one of these weird half zero turn, half rider things? Looks like that's up next. So we got to get this thing finished. And here's the location of the water gauge. He didn't really tell me where, if he wanted a hole punched in his dash, and there ain't no good place to do it. So ashtrays are icky, and we'll throw that in his glove box, and we'll just let her live right there, and then don't got to cut the... Look at that mud dauber nest, dang. Got that center unit installed. Got most of the antifreeze back in her. Doesn't appear to be leaking. I'm going to take his old gauge center, throw it in his glove box, because don't do me no damn good. And hopefully we can get this sucker fired up and see what temperature she actually runs at, because I'm genuinely curious at this point, and get all the bubbles out of the cooling system. While that's doing that, we bounce back and forth to that stupid riding lawnmower, but it's these stupid jobs that keep the bills paid around here, so I cannot complain. All right, so we got $100 for that lawnmower that's now gone back to its home. Let's go beat on this thing a little bit. And we're back. Went about 4 miles. Like I said, this thing almost seems like it's running too cool at this point. That's as hot as it's got. Okay, time has elapsed. We're gonna do our final check, and then hopefully we can call this one a video. Yeah, just a touch above 160. Here's how long it's been running, folks, because we reset the battery. 5 hours and 24 minutes of idling, and that's how hot it got. I'm gonna call that fixed and get back to work.